Nebana dijifara Billy Makado. Daviana Millie Makado. You should have one on this one. What you say now?
Hello everyone, ndi Millicent Chiwera Chiskawa Makadum. Ndimdurua Macheru Macheru. I am an actress, a financial planner, I'm a baker. I am so many things in one. I don't have an earring. Again, I've got one earring always. I'm gonna change that. I am as you can see, my stand is back. But as you can see, my kids have messed it up on the side. I can't even touch. Okay, but we have a stand and I'm gonna fix it a bit and we're ready to go. So I've just decided that since the stand is back, then I can just start shooting. Welcome everyone, to those that are new here, not Anganeja. And obviously there's something good you've heard about Millicent and that is why you're here. So why don't you just subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you can be notified every time when I upload a new video. I mean, it's free to subscribe. It's free. It's free. No charge, nothing, you know. Then you'll be getting a lot of content. I speak about things that people don't want to speak about because go rough. Now I want to talk about something that it's more like a story, but it's the truth. Now, growing up with my mom is from Atteridgeville in Pretoria, and every Good Friday we would go to Mabidani, which is the cemetery where her dad at that time was laid. And she doesn't really say anything when she gets there. She will just clean Mabida, the cemetery. She will just clean there, the tombstone, and then we go home. Like, she would get a bucket of water. Like, it's tradition in Atteridgeville where on the Sunday after Good Friday, which is believed that it is a time that Jesus woke up from the dead, and therefore even our people is believed that our ancestors also, we should clean their graves on that day. And we would go very early in the morning, like around 6 in the morning, and clean. And she didn't say anything, and I grew up not saying anything because my mom was not saying anything. And on my dad's side, my grandmother, the one who was a Sangoma, she would do the same and go on either the Sunday or the Monday during Good Friday. And when she went there, she would go with your Snaif, and she would go with African beer, and she would speak to her ancestors. She would speak. My mom didn't speak. My mom just cleaned. And when I went with my mom wanted me to clean even other graves that looked like they were not attended or they were not taken care of. We will just be cleaning any random graves that we don't even know that are close to my grandfather's grave. And with my grandmother, she only focused on her people, spoke to them. We would walk all the way from Amagao to Madumbija for those graves, and she would speak to them, and that's it. And she would come home. It is then believed by people that you get luck, that you are not neglecting your ancestors, that they give you luck, they give you protection, that they are there for you, and they will not forget you. When I became a Christian back in 2004, it was then believed that it is evil to go to the graves, that when the dead die, they are dead. We are not supposed to go to the graves. So therefore, I had always that conflict of, my mother wants me to take her there, and it's a tradition. I have to take it there. Do I stay in the car? Do I clean? Do I, what do I say then? And for the longest time, I would take her and then I'll be in the car because I'm a Christian. I don't want to be here. This is evil. This is, we are not allowed to do this. We can't clean the graves. We can't even go near graves because they are dead. They are dead. Their spirits, their souls, whatever is no longer there. It's only the flesh that is there in the bones, right? They are not there. And we don't believe in ancestors. They're dead. They are dead. They are dead. Now, here's the problem. In 2015, my brother was involved in a car accident. And there's just something that happens with someone that you're very close to. I was very close to my brother, Ernest. And when he died, nothing made sense. Like, it didn't make sense for me. Okay, someone is calling me. Hold on. Hold on. Hello? Okay, can you call me after 30 minutes, please? All right. It didn't make sense when my brother died that I will never go to his grave. I'm sure with each and every person, depending on who you're close to, it didn't make sense to me. Like this thing of saying my brother is a demon, he's dead, I must never go visit him, clean, whatever. It made sense to me when I became a Christian, when it was just my grandfather that I had never met, when it was my great parents, Bobanbani, that I didn't know. But when my brother that I was with every day, that drove my car, that I was with every single time, and I was giving birth, when I went to this meeting and that meeting and this and that happened in my life, and he was there for me, and he was my best friend. When he died, I was like, I'd rather leave the church, but I'm gonna see my brother. And I then, with my mom doesn't say anything at the graves, and I didn't know whether I should take my grandmother's way of talking or just cleaning. And then I decided at some point when we went to, because my brother was buried in Pretoria, we go to Pretoria. My other grandmother also passed away from my mom's side. We go to the graves. We don't say anything. We clean. We just clean the graves, and the graves that are near my grandmother's grave or my brother's graves, and we don't say anything. And when we are done, we sit in silence. My mom would light a candle. Candle is light. Candle is it opens the way for you to speak to your ancestors. It also opens the way for your life, for your life to have light, for your life to have khanya, for everything in your life to re-ivuleye. And she would just light a candle and leave it there. And have those cups. Like, for example, if my grandmother loved a certain mug, my mom would take that to the grave and put it there and put a candle in it and put water. She would just give him water, but not say anything. Whereas with my grandmother, she would go to the throne, which is on the head, where you have that tombstone, where the one that is written, she would go at the back of that, but stand on the side and kneel and speak to that person. And I share a for, right? I share a for and speak. Sometimes it would be the African beer, and she would speak to them and tell them. It was not really about complaining. It was about it felt like she was talking to somebody that is still alive, because she would talk about what is happening now that they are dead. This is what's happening. Millicent went to school, she's studying, Mang is doing this, like an update, of what is happening in life, and her being excited and saying, come visit me in my dreams, tell me what we are supposed to be doing with life, with money, with this and that. And she was having a conversation and not really praying, and it was a conversation that she was having, and she would laugh and she would smile and say, I remember when you used to do this, when this and this was happening. I know you don't know Millicent Ngwana Mamang, she was born and this is happening, she looks like you, she's got a smile. And that's what happened. So I don't know with you, which one do you do? Do you speak like my grandmother did, or my grandmother didn't light a candle, right? That's the difference. There was no candle with my grandmother. It was either a sniff, water, or African beer. With my mom, it was always a candle in a cup or mug or whatever that person was using. before they died, and she doesn't say anything. So I don't know with you, what do you use? What do you do when you go to the graves? And what is your belief with regards to going to graves? Do you go to graves, or because of Christianity you don't go to graves anymore? Do you get what you want from that? Do you get the light that you're supposed to be getting, or the confidence in that this person is gone, and have acceptance to say that person is gone and they're watching over you, they're protecting you, they are there for you? Because with my grandmother, she gave me a sense that she knows these people are with her. She knows that she's being protected, she's been watched over. So there was no doubt or fear, or when she spoke, she knew. It's more like she knows, maybe because she was a sangoma, she'd know that these people would come in her dreams and speak to her and stuff, you know. And with my mom, it was just her going to show her dad, I won't leave you, I will always be your daughter, and I'll always be cleaning your graves, even though I don't know what to say. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying something or not, but I just don't want to leave your grave unattended, not cleaned, not clean, you know. So it depends with people what works for you. Do you leave the graves and never go there again because that is an evil place that you're not supposed to go to? But yeah, that's who I am, that's how I grew up, and I was raised by two different people, and obviously my beliefs, sometimes when I go to Venda, to my grandmother, to my dad, and to my side of my grandmother, the one who was a Sankoma, I speak when I go to their graves because she spoke. She spoke, right? And sometimes there would be coins, money that she would leave there and speak about money and leave coins there while speaking and give them coins. So I speak when I go to the graves in Venda. When I'm in Pretoria, to my mom's side, I don't speak. We just clean because it's how I grew up. It's what I understand. So I do believe that both sides are watching over us. And that all is well. And I'm hoping I will hear from you what you do, and we engage on that, and see you in my next video. Bye.